Reliance Industries beats estimates on robust growth in digital services and upstream business, which offsets a weak contribution from the O2C business. Jio delivers strong numbers as average revenue per user jumps, while retail sees some softening in demand in the fashion and beauty vertical. Brokerages Jefferies, Morgan Stanley and Nomura also issue positive calls on the stock.
Angel One zooms more than 8% on the back of a strong showing in its quarterly numbers. The company misses revenue estimate. However, there's an improvement in the operational performance, which leads to a beat in the profit after tax.
Oil marketing companies HPCL, BPCL and Indian Oil surge as Brent crude prices fall over 2% to $75 a barrel after the OPEC cuts its 2024 global demand estimate for the third time in a row.
Vatek climbs more than 1.5% after the company wins a 1,000 crore order from Indusol Solar. Hello and welcome to Chartbusters. I'm Nigel, with me is Hormuz. As we speak, markets at the low point of the day. There is some kind of tension that's flaring up in Asia, and that could be one of the reasons why the Indian markets are now down close to 100 points. And the Asian markets as well, all of them are trading at the low point of the day. The good news, though, is that the Nifty Bank continues to outperform. And the sense you get is, if the Nifty needs to drive up from here on, you'll have to see that the Nifty Bank as well needs to seek higher levels. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that front. Hey, Hormuz.
Hi, Nigel. And it's been a problem for both the Nifty and the Nifty Bank, right? One good session, you don't see a follow-up in the next session as well. The Nifty has not had 2 straight days of gain since the 25th of September. It shows on the screen as well, right? Some not so good moves coming in for the Nifty. Yes, the Nifty Bank is still holding on to some very important levels that it has to. But for now, not good going for the markets. It's red on the screen as of now. But we have plenty of corporate conversations lined up as well.
Well, that's right. Well, I think we're getting some visuals that are coming in from the India Mobile Congress 2024. We have Mr. Akash Ambani, Chairman of Reliance Jio Infocom, and Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, the Chairman of Aditya Birla Group, as well as Sunil Bharti Mittal, the Chairman of Bharti Enterprises. All of them, some visuals coming in up for you on the screen. Well, we'll keep getting and keep dipping into that particular event. For the time being, I think we can focus back on earnings. We have Gopal Snacks. The company reported a softish operational performance in the second quarter. The margins contracted while the capacity utilization levels remain subpar. We have with us Mr. Mukesh Shah, who is the Chief Financial Officer of Gopal Snacks, who joins us on the show. Hi, good morning, and thanks a lot for joining in, Mukesh. Give us a couple of numbers then. What's the expected growth revenue number you're looking at for the year, the EBITDA margins, and how do you see capacity utilization levels firm up from here on?
This quarter, our revenue growth has been close to 13% quarter on quarter, and we estimate for full year FY25 our revenue growth will be in the range of 13 to 15%. The core market, which is Gujarat, has grown by 6% year on year, and H2 is going to be better than H1. We are expecting double-digit growth in core market and more than 20% plus growth in our focus and other states market, taking an overall growth close to 14-15%. From an EBITDA margin perspective, our range is we will be maintaining our EBITDA guidance, and the EBITDA margin will be in the range of 11 to 12% in FY25.
Mukesh, good morning. Thank you for joining in. Did you quantify the double-digit growth that you're anticipating from the core market? Would it be low double digits, mid-teens, or even high double digits for that matter?
So it will be close to low double digit. It will be in the range of 10%, I would say, because Q1 we had a growth of 3%, Q2 it is 6%, Q3, Q4 is going to be in the range of 10 to 12%. On an average, the growth will be in around 9 to 10%.
Got it. All right. What about wafers? As a percentage of your total mix, what does it constitute right now? And where do you see that number is headed?
Currently, wafer is growing at a 46, year on year it is growing more than 40%. In terms of volume and price, it is at around 47%. The revenue mix, it is wafers is 11% of our overall revenue mix. We expect this wafers to grow in a big way. If you see overall wafers market, as per the industry's estimate, the overall market is more than 15,000 crores. Our annual run rate from wafers is close to 200 crore currently. which was 120 crore last year. And we expect the wafers market to grow for us in the range of 25 to 30% year on year.
All right. So in the next 2 years or so, by FY26, FY27, you should be close to around more than 350 crores
Yes,
from wafers?
definitely. Yes, 350 crores.
350 crores.
Mukesh, I wanted to ask you.
It is high marginable product for us compared to other products. So we have.
So what does that do then? What does that do then to margins? If you could give us what is the margin difference between wafers and the other products? And for your entire blended margins, do you see it headed gradually towards mid-teens as wafers contributes more?
So I'll speak about GP, gross profit margin, where wafers give us close to 30 to 33% of gross profit margin on revenue, whereas other products like ethnic snacks and namkeens, we have a gross profit margin close to 27% around. So on a blended basis, we reported 29% margin. Going forward, 70% of our cost is raw material cost, where we see inflationary trend. In fact, if you see, there has been a close to 10 to 15% increase in the raw material cost, be it chana or palm oil. While we have taken corrective action in terms of grammage reduction, and we negated the impact of raw material price increase, our estimate is that going forward, maybe a year or so, we will be increasing the gross profit margin to 30-31% with the increase in the wafers mix.
By the way, you just saw some visuals on your screen there. Prime Minister Modi inaugurating the India Mobile Congress in the presence of Akash Ambani, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Sunil Bharti Mittal, as well as Kumar Mangalam Birla. So the India Mobile Congress taking place, inaugurated there by Prime Minister Modi. Mukesh, I wanted to ask you about the smaller packaging price points. So the 5 rupee packs, they account for almost around 2/3 of your sales, if I'm not wrong. Now, what is that target? Do you plan to increase that share, or do you plan to increase the share of the packs with a larger value, which I'm assuming would drive a bigger margin for you?
Yeah, you are correct. If you see the trend last 2 years, 5 rupees price point has come down from a revenue mix perspective. It used to be 85%. Now it is close to 70%, and we expect the bigger pack and 10 rupees pack, which will contribute more as we increase our footprint in alternate trade channels like e-commerce, modern trade, railways, etc., where larger price point packs are being sold. Going forward, if I have to give a 2 years guideline, the ratio will be in the range of 55-45%.
How much are you spending on marketing and advertising as a percentage of a sales mix? Where do you see this number headed?
Our estimate for FY25 is close to 20 crores, which will be in the range of 1.5% of our revenue.
All right. Final question. Current market share in the snacks market?
So currently, 3% is our overall market share. When it comes to Gujarat, we are at around 8% of overall Gujarat market share.
All right, Mukesh, leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yes, please finish your point.
So the industry market, as per the industry report, is close to 50,000 crore, which is estimated to grow at 11%. And our estimate is that we will grow in a healthy double digit, close to 17-18% from FY26 onwards.
All right, Mukesh, thanks a lot for sparing time and joining us on this update there, the management of Gopal Snacks after their second quarter results. Shifting focus to our special segment where we get you a few ideas for profit from Money Control Pro. Lekha Badlani of moneycontrol.com joins us to talk about a stock that she is tracking very closely.
Yes, so stock pick is Krishna Diagnostics, which operates on a PPP, that is public-private partnership model. Now, Krishna recently entered into a strategic collaboration with Medica Bazaar and United Imaging Healthcare. This is one-in-a-kind partnership amongst the healthcare providers, which aims to establish around 30 plus imaging centers across tier 2 and tier 3 cities across India. Through this collaboration, Krishna will be able to significantly expand its addressable market and also reduce its dependence on the government tenders. The company has also acquired 23.5% equity stake in Apulki Healthcare. Now, initially, Apulki will be setting up 2 hospitals, one in Pune and another in Mumbai. And Krishna will be their exclusive diagnostics partner for the entire tenure of the project, that is around 30 plus years. Now, this will provide Krishna with a ready captive customer base with better pricing. Krishna is also looking to scale up its presence in the B2C segment, which will have differential pricing and will help improve margins and lead to a better working capital cycle. Now, in terms of new orders, the company has been awarded 2 new tenders under the PPP contract in Jharkhand. Apart from this, it has a pipeline to execute 52 radiology centers and around 1600 pathology centers. Given the strong tender pipeline, the management has guided for a top-line growth of 25 to 30% and EBITDA margin of 25-26% in FY25. Trading at approximately 9 times EV/EBITDA FY26 estimates, we think the current risk-reward ratio appears quite favorable.
Some ideas for profit from Money Control Pro, but on your screens you can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi there at the India Mobile Congress inaugurating the new version of this India Mobile Congress in New Delhi, inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi. Almost all the telecom bigwigs are in attendance at this India Mobile Congress, be it Sunil Bharti Mittal, be it Akash Ambani, be it Kumar Mangalam Birla as well of Vodafone Idea, and the Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia also is currently speaking. And the minister right now is currently addressing. So lots expected out of the India Mobile Congress as well. Some key timelines as well, right? Vodafone Idea in the previous Congress, they had highlighted that they will roll out the 5G pretty soon, but there's still a lot more clarity that is still awaited on that.
Well, indeed, we'll have to wait by to hear out what Mr. Birla has to say with regard to that. How are they dealing with the vendors as well will be quite important. I think for the time being, Mr. Scindia is addressing that conference. So let's go across and hear out what he had to say.
Not one, but 2 landmark events for our telecom sector. The World Telecom Standardization Assembly, convened by the International Telecommunication Union, and the Indian Mobile Congress. It is our singular honor to have between us the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to grace us with his presence. Last year, in the month of September, owing to the Honorable Prime Minister's dynamic leadership, India took up the baton of the G20 summit for the first time in her history of 75 years. And in the same vein of firsts, we are now honored to host the illustrious WTSA Assembly, which, mind you, is also the first time it's being hosted in all of Asia in Bharat Mata, where we will celebrate the power of technology, particularly telecommunications, and the underlying global frameworks and standards. We have amongst us 3,200 delegates from over 160 countries, the highest ever for any WTSA assembly in its history. We are confident that this will, along with the Indian Mobile Congress in its 8th edition, which is South Asia's largest digital technology gathering, this will serve as a breeding ground for innovation, but also showcase India's impending but inevitable emergence as a global hub for telecommunications across the world. पहले ज़माने में मोबाइल और टेलीकॉम को केवल दूरभाष का साधन समझा जाता था और प्रधानमंत्री जी के दूरदृष्टि नेतृत्व के आधार पर आज ये एक-एक व्यक्ति को विश्व के साथ और भारत में एक-एक व्यक्ति को दूसरों के दिलों के साथ जोड़ने का साधन बन चुका है। भारत में टेलीकॉम का महत्व केवल टीवी, इंटरनेट और फोन के साथ जोड़ने का नहीं, लेकिन भारत में अगर एक परिवार को मोबाइल मिल जाए, इंटरनेट की सेवा मिल जाए, तो वो बैंकिंग से जुड़ गया है, वेलफेयर स्कीम्स के साथ जुड़ गया है, आवश्यक सूचना के साथ जुड़ गया है और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण संपूर्ण विश्व के साथ जुड़ चुका है. Some of the most remarkable examples of the power of telecom, paving the way for universal empowerment, is the DBT, the Direct Benefit Transfer Scheme, which in a day transfers more than 10 million direct cash transfers on a daily basis into the bank accounts of people. अभी हाल ही में कुछ दिन पूर्व हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 93 मिलियन किसानों के खातों में प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि के आधार पर 20,000 करोड़ रुपए, मतलब $2.5 बिलियन सीधे उनके खाते में पहुंचाने का कार्य किया है, जो शायद विश्व के किसी देश में नहीं होता, प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व के आधार पर भारत में संभव हो पाया है. It's a fundamental change in the approach towards technology development. And India has ushered in this fundamental change due to the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who has always put people at the heart of progress. His motto, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, or Sabka Prayas, combined with his second motto, One Earth, One Family, and One Future.
Well, that's Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia, who is the Communication and Development Minister for Northeast Region, speaking at the India Mobile Congress 2024. Well, for the time being, I'll tell you what, we'll slip into a short break with news that the markets have recovered considerably from the low point of the day. You come back, we'll focus on a lot of stocks that are moving around.
Back with us here on Chartbusters. As Nigel just mentioned before we dipped into the break, that the market has seen some bit of recovery from the lows of the day, but the very important levels on the Nifty to track will be last Thursday's high of 25,134, and then of course last Wednesday's high of 25,234 is what you will have to track. And plenty of stock specific action as well that's taking place right now. Pull up Angel One. That stock is up 9% after its results that were reported after market hours yesterday, and at the high point of the day now is Angel One nearing those levels of 3,000, and if that happens, that the stock would have recovered 50% from the lows that it made in just July. So in just 3 months, the stock has recovered almost 50%, but still significantly lower than its all-time high, which is near 4,000 around.
You know, Hormuz, what I like in today's trading session is that Nifty Bank is continuing to fight for the bulls, and that's going to be the big mover today, because I think it corrected, it went down close to 150 points, and the Nifty Bank is willing to bounce off those lower levels, and that's something that we haven't seen, as you pointed out earlier on the show. What else is doing well today is ITC. The stock has seen a bit of a correction from the recent peak. It's bounced up in the last 30 minutes or so. So ITC is now at the high point of the day, which is good news. The other stock from the broader markets is Balrampur Chini. The stock was trading at the red, I recall, when we started off trade. Now it's buzzing away, up close to around 3%. So good move is what we're seeing out there. And anything with regard to stock market play, with regard to financialization of savings, HDFC AMC, that stock as well has moved up in the last few minutes. So good going on a few of these names.
HDFC AMC will report results as well today, so the focus will be on that stock itself. But CDSL is the other stock that has seen a significant move since you mentioned capital market plays. BSE is having a bit of a quiet day in today's trading session. It's down around 1%, seeing some bit of profit booking after the stellar moves that it has seen over the last few trading sessions as well. Yeah. So capital market plays in focus.
That's right, but I think let's cut back across to Mr. Akash Ambani, Chairman of Reliance Jio Infocom, who's speaking at the IMC 2024 event.
An incredibly dynamic leader, Shri Narendra Modi ji, for gracing this edition of the India Mobile Congress in his historic third term as Prime Minister. Adhanya Pradhan Mantri ji, under your visionary guidance, the India Mobile Congress has grown in stature and achieved global standing, making it a significant platform for digital innovation and collaboration. Because of your encouragement to the industry and innovation, India has been digitally transformed by perhaps the biggest digital revolution in history. In New India, in Modi ji's India, there's no more business as usual. Rather, there's unusual synergy between government and industry to deliver world-class services to satisfy the needs and expectations of 1.45 billion Indians. As a representative of Young India, I thank you for your incredible connection with the youth and for inspiring us to pursue impossible-looking goals. As we say in Hindi, Modi hai to mumkin hai. For our international audiences, Modi makes everything possible. Friends, the world is in awe of a nation that crawling at 2G speed only 8 years ago is now galloping down the 5G highway. I would like to assure Prime Minister that India will have an even better record in 6G. From a nation that ranked a lowly 155th in mobile broadband adoption, we have risen to become the world's largest data market. From a nation where the number of unicorns could be counted on fingers of a single hand, we have now emerged as the third largest unicorn hub in the world. UPI has become the world's #1 digital payment system. Today, India stands as the only large country in the world that has one of the lowest mobile data prices and yet one of the fastest internet speeds. India's per capita data consumption of over 30 GB is one of the highest in the world. But that is only half the picture. The other half tells you India's story of digital transformation is an example of inclusivity. Modi ji has ensured that innovation leads to more inclusion. He has democratized digital technology and used it as a tool to take the benefits to the last mile, leaving no one behind. प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, आपके दूरदर्शी नेतृत्व ने एक चमत्कार कर दिया। भारत में अब सिर्फ सबका साथ, सबका विकास ही नहीं, बल्कि सबका डिजिटल साथ और सबका डिजिटल विकास भी हो रहा है। India's digital revolution has spread to the remotest corners of our nation. Over 530 million unbanked Indians have been brought into the financial system through Jan Dhan accounts. To put things into perspective, 530 million is more than the combined population of the US, UK, France, and Canada. What is even more heartening is that over 300 million of these account holders are women. I feel both proud and humbled that Jio has played a significant part in this remarkable transformation. Distinguished participants, I take the opportunity of the India Mobile Congress to present 2 suggestions for the kind consideration of our Prime Minister. My first suggestion: artificial intelligence is the most revolutionary tool of transformation invented by the human mind. It will disruptively transform every aspect of our life, every facet of our society, every sector of our economy, and bring in an era of unimaginable abundance and efficiency. With AI, India has the potential to completely transform the manufacturing sectors, including SMEs, so that India becomes a new age factory and new age service center for the world. The agriculture sector, so that our farmers can become prosperous by growing more with less water. The health sector, so that quality healthcare for all can become a reality. The education sector, so that every Indian student can have the best of learning opportunities. AI is absolutely critical for realizing our dream of a Viksit Bharat by 2047. Therefore, India, under your leadership, should urgently embrace AI with a holistic strategy driven by maximum Atmanirbhar efforts. At Jio, we have begun our efforts to bring benefits of AI to every Indian, just as we did with mobile broadband. We are committed to democratizing AI, offering powerful AI models and services to everyone in India at affordable prices. Towards this end, we are laying the groundwork for a national AI infrastructure. My second suggestion: the scale and speed of multilingual data generation in India, which will drive the AI revolution, will grow exponentially. We request the government to expedite the updating of the 2020 draft of the data center policy that Indian data should remain in India data centers. Therefore, Indian companies ready to set up AI and machine learning data centers should get all necessary incentives, including incentives for power consumption. Indian mobile companies, along with the thriving ecosystem, are in a position to offer solutions to the rest of the world, including developed nations. India needs an accelerated talent generation on a scale that is necessary to make India a global AI leader. Some of the existing jobs will evolve, and many more exciting opportunities for employment and entrepreneurship are going to be created in a rapid way, just like during the adoption of computers and the internet. In conclusion, it is our promise not only that India will lead the charge in mobile innovation, but we will fully embrace the power of AI to create a connected, intelligent future that is truly transformative for every Indian. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.